He lived in a glass box for 12 days. No privacy, no escape, just a live stream camera pointed at him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Passers-by could walk right up, tap the glass, watch him sleep. He wasn't a prisoner. He wasn't a performer in a circus. He was doing this for charity, and by the end of those 12 days, he had raised $11 million. But here's the part you wouldn't guess. This man had spent the first 4 years of his YouTube career earning absolutely nothing. $0. And his father? His father called YouTube the space of the devil and threatened to disown him. So how did he go from being rejected by his own family to becoming the Middle East's biggest creator? With nearly 70 million followers and a Guinness World Record? Let's start from the beginning. This is Hassan Suleiman, born December 18, 1998, in Kuwait City. But you probably know him as AboFlah. By 2026, he'd have nearly 70 million followers across social media and over 8 billion views on his content. But his journey didn't start with millions. It started with a FIFA game and a camera. In 2016, Hassan uploaded his first YouTube video. Learn the new skill in FIFA 17 in 3 minutes. Just a kid sharing what he loved. But here's what makes his story different. His father didn't want him to be a YouTuber, not just because he didn't understand it, but because he actively opposed it. He saw the internet as a dangerous place. He threatened to cut ties with his own son. That kind of rejection would break most people, but it didn't break Hassan. He kept creating. For 4 years, AboFlah made content without earning a single dollar from YouTube. 4 years of creating, editing, uploading, with no financial reward. So, why did he continue? It wasn't because he saw a clear path to riches. He was a top student, he scored well in school, but he had no professional ambition. He only had one clear goal: help his family. In his own words, the best feeling one can have is to give your parents everything they need without worry. They ask you for things and you can say yes. That's a beautiful thing. What kept him going through those 4 years? He says it's simple. He loved what he was doing, and he believed, with conviction, that success would come. He says it's what he calls tawfiq, a kind of divine success granted by God to those who persevere. And then, in November 2021, he made a move. He relocated from Kuwait to Dubai, the content creation capital of the region. But his biggest challenge hadn't even begun. In January 2022, AboFlah did something no one had ever done on this scale. He locked himself inside a transparent glass room in downtown Dubai, right next to the Burj Khalifa, a room with a bed, a kitchen, and nothing to hide behind. He live-streamed himself for 12 days straight, 24 hours a day. No privacy, no breaks. Viewers could watch him eat, sleep, work out, and read donation comments in real time. Influencers and fans would visit him, tapping on the glass, speaking through a small window. His goal was to raise money for refugees and children affected by war. He didn't just meet his goal. He shattered it. By the end of those 12 days, AboFlah had raised over $11 million. And then, Guinness World Records came calling. He set the record for the longest individual live stream. 268 hours, 14 minutes, and 20 seconds. And the most viewers for a charity live stream on YouTube. 698,000 concurrent viewers. But he didn't stop there. The $11 million wasn't just a number. It helped over 150,000 families. He built water wells in poor villages across Africa. He funded eye surgeries for 200 blind people. One creator, with a camera and a glass box, changing real lives. But his approach to charity has always been personal. In 2026, during his China tour, he visited Chongqing, a city built into mountains, famous for its bang-bang porters. Manual laborers who carry cargo up steep stairs on their shoulders. AboFlah spent a day living as one of these porters. He carried the load, he felt the strain, he walked the stairs, and when he met a porter named Ran Guanghui, a man whose story of love for his son had touched many, AboFlah gifted him a smart exoskeleton to ease his burden. He didn't just donate money. He showed up. He did the work. AboFlah is now building his production company, 8 Flames. He's transitioning from creator to CEO. But his philosophy is clear. Be a leader, not a boss. And he's partnered with experienced business people because, as he says, give the bread to its baker. But here's something that might surprise you. AboFlah, who literally lives his life on camera, told Wired Middle East that he wants his future kids to live offline. He doesn't want them to be content creators. He'll never turn his back on content creation, but he knows the price of it. The scrutiny, the sacrifice. His father, who once threatened to disown him, he's now proud. He brags about his son's charity work. He loves seeing the impact. And AboFlah, his motivation hasn't changed. It was never about fame or fortune. It was always about one thing: the ability to say yes when his family needed him. That's why he lived in a glass box. That's why he endured 4 years of nothing. That's why he has 70 million followers today. If this story resonated with you, subscribe.